kitchen, but we're gonna move outside in a second. So it's a beautiful day today. Hold on, I'm finishing my breakfast. Okay. We need this. Dogs are outside. Okay, I'm coming out. All right, we're on the move. Move dog. Move dog. Move dog. Okay. Okay. Here. Sorry. We're mobile today. Trying to get situated. Okay. Everybody's fine. Good morning. Girl, it's Monday. Who is ready for Monday? Okay. That's a little much. Good morning. Good morning. Is it foggy there, Anna? It's beautiful here. Let's see. I guess that's a better picture of things. I don't know. Good morning, girl. Gotta fill those pots with mums. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Kendra was missing you this morning at the writing group. Mm-hmm. Today is Monday. It's a very Monday. So far, mine's good. Crossing fingers. Kept my girl home today, but went to the B-52 concert last night. Oh, that's fun. That feels like a fun concert to hit. Mm-hmm. I don't know who else is on board with this statement, but like October may be the best month. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe a runner-up would be like May, June. Tell me I'm wrong. This weather, fantastic. Girl, that snooze button won. Ah, Anne-Marie. Bonjour. Good morning, Canadians. Mm-hmm. Heather just became a supporter. So one of the things, thank you for becoming a supporter. One of the things we're going to try to do is to create for our supporters access to videos. Somebody had, it's really funny because Facebook had said they were getting rid of our entire catalog of videos. And we were able to get all of them down, but there's 2,000 of them. There's a lot. So we just have them stored right now. But sometimes people will find them and repost them. They're like, look what I found. Because I don't know like in what order they decided to delete things. So somebody said, I wish there was a way we could go and find videos. And so I was like, okay, maybe there's a way for the YouTube supporters to be able to have access to that library. And of course, somebody's got to go through that library, put descriptions in for all of it. But we could do that in 2,000 days. If we did one a day for 2,000 days, what is that, roughly 6 years? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But maybe we could just go through and pick the good ones. There's like 5. But gorgeous day. Anyway, I'm glad I was here for all those years. Me too. So hey Troy. Girl, there was at least 10 that were good. Okay, thank you. So I have been also trying to go through my work videos, like hosting and such, and like videos from when the kids were younger. And there are videos that I find, and I'll show them to Jason, and he was like, what is this? I'm like, I have zero recollection of this one. Like, there are things that I'm like, none of this rings a bell. Like, not even remotely. And I just think that it's so funny how I'm clearly excited about a video that I've shot, and I just have zero recollection that it's happened. You probably do remember more than I do, Tanya. Recently watched you looking for St. Joseph as you're getting Dean ready for college and selling a house. That I remember, Denise. And you have to dig a hole. If you're trying to sell your house, you have to dig a hole in the front of your house, put St. Joseph upside down, facing away, or maybe facing the house. Either way, it's important which way he's facing on whether you want to sell your house or bless your house. I don't know. James, there's a fountain over there. And it's the perfect sound of water. Filled with algae. Don't look at it. Just listen to it. Why did you decide to stay there at the time? The house? It was years ago. I feel like it was pre-pandemic. Right, Denise? I don't know if you remember. It was pre-pandemic. And there was a time we buried 12 statues before the thing sold. Oh my gosh. Jessica, you're so funny. And when you sealed the deal, did you take the statue with you? Carmen, I put him in the ground. It was years prior to me. I didn't sell it. Actually, I mean, I still own the house, so I didn't sell it. But there was a time, and I don't know who needs to hear this today, but there was a time when my kids were in like junior high and high school. And it was like, we're like, we need a bigger house. There's just not enough room. Jeremy, that's funny. We were like looking for bigger houses, yada, yada. And then we went to a party down the street to a couple that had just moved to our neighborhood because we have a small house. And we went to a house down the street where this other couple whose kids were like in college and beyond, they had just downsized. And they were like, yeah, this is the best house for us because we don't need this big house anymore. And they gave us this whole speech. And I was like, they're only like 7 years older than us. So if they're downsizing and we're upsizing, why would we do that? Sounds like a really dumb idea. And that's when we decided not to move. So I have St. Joseph. He's not in the ground anymore. So I took him out of the ground. It's a whole thing. What? James, there are 2 boxers here. I know. Victoria. Sasha Fierce is working hard. I live in a 4,200 square foot house with 2 adults and 1 child. I want a smaller house. I know, Gene. Now I got a carriage house in the back. It's too much. This is too much house. I would much rather live in a small house. I don't know that Jason likes when I say that, but I like having this much space that I'm responsible for. Now, I want gardens, for sure, but I don't need a lot of house. And I don't need an extra one. But like if you could have a bigger house, but with a bigger house comes more bills, more money, more heat, all of it, too much. Think about, okay, do this. Tell me how many rooms are in your house and how many you actually use. Because we started with a big house when the kids were younger. And when we were moving from Runnymede, we were looking for a place to live. You know, this idea was that we had to go from like a house this big to the same size house. And I was like, we don't use half of these rooms. I was like, I'm not doing it. So like, how many rooms are in your house versus, yeah, we're still fighting with the city. Versus how many, they have a spice bagel, Martha. 1 bedroom, basement apartment, clearly use the whole thing. I use all the upstairs rooms. So how many are downstairs that you don't use? Sold the 5,000 square foot home, live in 400 square feet RV, never been happier. 4 bedroom house, we live in two rooms. Moved to a big house, we love all the space. Apartment, so I use all the rooms. We downsize 4 bedrooms to 5 bedroom with a loft, still want a basement, a sunroom. Girl, we downsize and now use them all. Full finished basement with a bathroom. Downsize from 2,400 to 16. We use all the rooms except the spare room. Way too much. But here's what's so crazy. They actually were talking about how it's less expensive for us to live here. Housing prices are so expensive now that for us to move to a smaller house would be more money. And they were saying that there is a shortage of family homes and not enough more like single retirement homes, and not like retirement home like, you know, like you're ill, but like 1 bedrooms. There are not enough of those, and they're expensive. And so more and more people, maybe you're a woman, your kids have left, you're divorced, widowed, whatever, you're by yourself, and you're living in a 3-4 bedroom house that normally you would have moved out of and into like 1 bedroom somewhere, maybe 2, and then a family would have moved into your big house. And so, yeah, we sold our house and now rent. Literally save over $1,000 a month this way. We're going to sell our house and getting an apartment. No more yard work. 3 bedroom, 1.5. I use all my rooms, said Patty. So it is kind of interesting in terms of housing because, girl, you should put some money into a good tent at this point. Victoria, at my first house in Runnymede, we had 1.5 bath, and it was fine. We had 3 little kids, but then they got to be, and then we went to a house that had 2 full bathrooms. Girl, you would have thought I won the lottery. I was like, did you want to see the other half of my bathroom? Fantastic. Girl, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Why is everybody in my face today? Why is everybody in my face? 4 generations in 1 apartment is rough. Girl, that is the ultimate downsize. The ultimate. What do you think? It had a bar, an office, and who needs all those rooms? I think, okay, am I the only person, I don't know how many of you have seen this, where somebody will take a bedroom, or a basement and just turn it into a full bar. And not like, oh, they had some bar paraphernalia. They built a full bar, like you could get a beer and pass it down. There's a jukebox in the corner. Does anybody else? I feel like that is a flag. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I've never seen anybody had a bar in their house and thought, this is gonna end well. Am I? That's wrong. I'm judgy. I would totally have a full bar in my basement. No, you wouldn't, Tanya. A lot of people doing that in Wisconsin. I think it's funny. This is something. It says something. I bought my home for $215. They are now selling in the neighborhood for $500. It's crazy, Terry. I'm just saying, that's me just being judgy. I enjoy a nice drink. I have had a bar in every house I've owned. Listen, I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. I'd rather drink at home than listen, I love a good bourbon. I don't have a problem with a nice drink every once in a while. I'm just saying, when you need a full bar, like you build it, you like, let me get a builder in here. I just think it's funny. Mm-hmm. What is going on? Why is everybody so lovable today? When I was a kid, we had a bar, but we use it more like an extended family room. Rarely drinking. I know, Brenda. I don't know what's going on. I fed them. I'm not sure what is it that they need. So we had a bar, a full bar, in our basement. So consider what I'm saying from the source. My dad was not a drinker. He never used it. Maybe when he first moved there and he had like full like man fro and he was young, and then he had kids and we never saw their friends again. Yeah. It was a thing in the 70s, and that's when our house, I was like 5 when we moved in, so maybe that was it. All because we lived in Wisconsin. I wish I'd have been to bring all the kids. I never. So there was someone I went to high school with. She had like there's an area around here where they have like log cabins. It's very charming. It's very cute. So it was a cute log cabin, like with the like Lincoln logs, like with the white mortar. Adorable. Didn't have kids. She was married. Seems lovely. We went to a house. Honestly, the house had 2 bedrooms. It was tiny. One was a bedroom, the other one was a bar, and they weren't big bedrooms. And we just stood in her bedroom, her bar room. It was weird. I have a table with alcohol on it. It works. That's what I mean. Yeah, I had a bar in my first apartment. Never used it. I just drink. That's what I mean. I don't need to be doing this to have a drink. Just up. I don't need that. Should people tip you? I don't know. I think it's funny. Mike said, "My goodness, you're beautiful. The hair color." Mike, I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to it. I'm not sure how I think about it. I'm not sure how other people think about it. And I'm not sure how I feel about what other people feel about my hair. You know what I'm saying? Here's the good news. I can't see it unless I'm doing this or looking in a mirror. So half the time I forget and I go about my day not realizing that I might what some people consider to have old lady hair, but I don't care. I'm trying to make old lady hair cool. Yeah. So anyway, how did we get on that topic? I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, houses. I had a full bedroom, 1 poolside, very like a high status, because she had these bars all over the place. Our mistake was putting a bar in the basement and then installing carpeting in the basement that was not quite watertight. You don't have old lady hair until it's blue. Okay. I'll take it. When does it turn blue? I don't know. So anyway. So I realized how old I am this weekend. My 23-year-old daughter is in town, and I will bake cookies and prep food for 6 hours just to spend 1 hour with her sitting and talking. She doesn't know how much I love when she comes home and hangs out with me. She has no idea that I baked homemade chocolate chip oatmeal cookies for hours. Then I made a spinach artichoke dip that she didn't even have time to eat because she came in at midnight, and it was the best hour. Is anybody else that old? Can she bring some of those cookies back to Brooklyn? No, she ate them all. And then in the morning, she was like, we gotta go, we gotta be up by 9 in the morning. So she came home after midnight, had to leave at 9 in the morning. So I was just like, I have all your cookies ready, and I got spinach artichoke soup if you guys are hungry. And in the morning, Jason and I ran downstairs. We made bacon, egg, and cheese on this toasted ciabatta bread. I was like, I'm gonna keep cooking so much homemade yummy food that she's like, I should come home more often. Stop eating the flowers. Stop. Hey. Hey. Mm-hmm. I think he comes over almost every day. Oh, I wish. Mm-hmm. So that's how old I am. I will make you food to hang out with me old. Calls me and asks me on a girls' night out. We go to dinner and the movies. No, she doesn't call me for that. Yeah. But I might see her tomorrow. Tomorrow, Missy has a gig at Joe's Pub in New York, and so we're gonna go up, and I'm hoping that Jacqueline, I'll see her there. I haven't seen Dean. I'm hoping I'll see Dean tomorrow. Jeff's like, I'm almost that old. Jeff, the minute that you start Googling chocolate chip oatmeal cookie recipe, you're there. Today is my daughter's birthday, 35th. Oh, 35. All right, what is your favorite memory of your 30s? Because I don't even know I can narrow it down to 35. But like, what's the best thing you remember about 35? I think I had 3 babies by then. I had 3 babies by 32. So I would say it was probably just hanging out with my kids. Adopting my daughter. I bought my midlife crisis vehicle. Okay. Your grandson was born when you were 35? Girl, do the math. I had my son at 37. The energy that I have. I know. I married Serge the month after my 30th birthday. 35. My last mortgage payment was paid. What? Good for you. I had my daughter at 31. 2 of my kids, 3 kids moved down. I became a grandmom at 33. You had his dad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at all these 35-year-old grandmoms. These momums. Been looking good. Tons of energy. I know. I had a 1-year-old and a 10-year-old. Very busy working when I was 35. 35 is fun. I feel like we should tell 35s. 35, be like, this is fun. And they'll be like, I'm gonna punch you right in the face. Be like, this is fun. Because in 20 years, everything hurts. I just met my future husband at 35. I love it. $55 is the new 35. All right, Jeff. Jeff coming in, turning it around. I actually preferred my 40s, said LaFive. All right, LaFive's coming in. If I had to say the decades I enjoyed the most, yeah, I would say I enjoyed my 30s because my kids were young. And we just had a good time. My 40s, I will say that when I turned 40 is when I quit my job doing warm-up, and I decided I'm gonna try to put all my energy into being a touring comedian. And so from 40 to 50, I spent 10 years building companies and businesses, and then 50 it all fell apart. And right around 53, I'm hoping is when things start coming together. So yeah, graduated at 35 with my Bachelor of Science in physiology. So that's cool. I know, the best. How were your 60s? Amazing, Angel. I'm 72 now. My 60s were amazing. Amazing. That's when I started doing triathlons. I'm 72. I still get my period. I am going to live forever. Yeah. Damn. 72 looks good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. Triple seasoned. That's what I am. I'm triple seasoned. I'm not 72. And the fact that all you thought that that was for real means I'm gonna need to filter this less. You can tell when there's men here that are under 30. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, do you? I can't. And you just so you know, fellas, you can't get your period at 72. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ain't no way she's 72. She's trolling us. Thank you, Justin. Yeah. What's your secret? Lie. Just lie. I was about to say, what's your secret? Lie. Yeah. Oh, who are you talking to? You want to say hi? Come on. Come here. Can you imagine getting pregnant at 70? No, I can't. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Why are you so funny today? You know tomorrow's a full moon. Is that what's going on? No, that's not for you. Mm-hmm. I don't remember. All right, Mary. All right. Mm-hmm. Someone asked if there were so. Yes, there are. Okay. Okay. I see you looking deep in my eyes. What are you trying to say? Okay. All right. I hear you. Mm-hmm. Today's a full moon. I think my dogs have all been crazy. Yeah, I think it's because the moon was beautiful this past weekend. I was driving. Oh, I did a gig at, was it Fred and Murray's Jewish Deli on Saturday night. I've never played a Jewish deli. Fantastic. They hated everybody on the show, so it was great. And then they kept trying to give me knishes, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's filled with gluten. But they sent me home with a knish for Jason. They paid me in knishes, is what I'm saying. So it was very funny. I made friends with a man named Ira. I'm pretty sure we're dating. I would put him at somewhere around 87. The whole show, he sat like this with his arms crossed, and I'm pretty sure he was asleep. I don't think he knew he was at a deli or at a comedy show. So it made for just a fantastic night. So it was the whole thing. Good times. Good time. I love spinach knishes. Is a knish, can it be both savory and sweet, and it just depends on which one? I don't know. What's a knish? It has like an outside of it was a pastry that looked, so many, Lisa. It was a pastry on the outside, and then this one had sweet potato in it. So I imagine there's lots of different ones. I am not a knish expert, so I couldn't tell you. It's a lot. So there was that. Wow. It's a lot happening. Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, look at that. It's almost time to wrap up. So, anyway, yeah. It's Balloon Fiesta Week in Albuquerque. Best of the year. 500 hot air balloons in the sky. Darcy, I'm so jealous because Barb, Kathy, and Joey Joe are together in Albuquerque right now at that balloon festival, and I heard it's like the biggest one in the world, and I need to get to it just to see it. They said they were going to go up in a balloon. I have zero interest in going up in a balloon. I just want to watch the balloons. There's no, maybe I would do the thing where they put you in the basket and then they hold onto the rope and they take you like 6 feet up and then they just bring you back down. I know, Lorraine, they're working today. That's about as high in a balloon I would like to go. Yeah, zero interest. Nope, no skydiving. When I was the younger Dena that had tight skin, she wanted to jump out of stuff and never did. And she's dead now. So this one is, yeah, about this high. You can get the balloon to go this high and then bring it back down. And then that's it. I'm not interested. There was just a story, a horrible story, about a diver that I imagine was supposed to be tandem jumping with a student. They don't know what happened in the plane. But when all was said and done, the student was found in the trees with an open parachute. The teacher did not end up in the trees. Yeah, exactly, Judy. And did you see that there was a funicular that just crashed like in the last month? I was like, my feet don't need to leave the ground. They don't need to leave the ground. No, Alexis, you and I will be on the ground. We'll clap like this. What's the funicular? Stop eating the plants. Hey, 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 booby. Yeah, no. A funicular, Ian. It's so in Quebec, there's like a little town down here and another town up here, and the funicular goes like this. It's like an outside elevator, but it goes like this, and it's like a little box, and the box goes up, and everybody goes, "Oh, it's totally safe. Nobody ever," and then something happens to it. The rock climber on the live stream at Yosemite. Girl, it was not a good day, a good weekend to be up in anything. Not good. Not good. Keep my feet on the ground. Booby. Skydive for his 60th birthday. No. When I went skydiving, my dreams of falling stopped. Interesting. I'm gonna go ziplining for the first time. All right. Again, that sounds fine if it was like just down here, but I don't need to be in the air. Too much. All right, I gotta go. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow morning, and then Tipsy Tuesdays tomorrow night with Missy Hall somewhere on the road. Who knows? But thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, blessed day. And thanks to Sasha. You guys did a great job. Amazing as always. All right.